What a do, YouTube? It's BFO on Wheels, and I apologize in advance. I'm kind of losing my voice, getting it back. I don't know which one it is, but either way, I may have a couple of voice cracks here and there. Man, I've been hella busy the past few days, almost a week to be completely honest with you. It all started here this weekend gone by. I don't know if any of you guys follow me on Instagram, but if you don't, you definitely should, because I keep that shit updated like no other. So this weekend I was helping a friend out. He came back here to the west side. He normally goes over to Washington State University, which is about 4 hours away. I'd known about this situation for quite a while. Essentially what was happening is his current living, or his old living situation, I guess, his old living situation was kind of bullshit. He lived with his co-workers, but his co-workers were total fucking pricks, and my friend's going through kind of a hard time right now. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it, just for, you know, respect to him, but he's going through a bit of a tough time right now, and his co-workers slash roommates were just being total fucking pricks to him at all times. So yeah, I ended up talking to him a little bit more, and he finally came to the decision that he was like, hey, listen, I think I am going to leave and stuff. I was like, actually, I kind of want to move out right now just so that I don't have to deal with him on Monday again. I was like, yeah, dude, that's cool. The only problem was he decided this at fucking 10 at night. So I hit up my other friend. I'm like, hey, listen, let's go on a fucking adventure. He's like, okay. We all end up piling into my friend's M5 that he just bought, and got going at 10 in the morning. Or not 10 in the morning, sorry, 10 at night. You know, it was a pretty fun road trip. We had some pretty good discussions and whatnot along the way. Got them all moved out and came on back. Didn't get back until 10 in the morning, which was pretty fucking crazy. I was tired for like the next 2 days. So that was my weekend, and as I said, I kind of kept up to date on that on my Instagram and whatnot. So if you guys want to see a few pictures of that, that's up there. And then I had been working all week with one of my coworkers missing, so it was really only two of us with like fill-ins here and there, but all of our fill-ins were brand new people, so we were essentially just teaching them as they were here, which is kind of annoying. And now today I got some stuff going on. I figured out I'd get some content recorded. Today I'm gonna go and get my tabs renewed for my car, because those expired on August 1st. So haven't really been able to use my car all that much, which kind of sucks. I love driving my car too. So we're gonna go ahead and get that done today. Hopefully it's not too much money. Man, there's been a lot of stuff going on lately. But yeah, so just yesterday I decided to change my degree. I have about half a bachelor's degree in aerospace engineering, which I absolutely love, in all honesty. I think aerospace engineering is the shit. It's a ton of fun, because, you know, I'm a nerd, and I think physics is cool. But now I'm switching it over to computer science. And the reason why I decided to do that is because I was speaking to a couple of my family friends who were aerospace engineers, you know, working at Boeing. Don't get me wrong, they all really, really like their jobs. The only problem is I don't think they'll like the jobs that they're doing. So the fair majority of them are manufacturing engineers, which means they're kind of, from what I understand, they're just kind of on the factory floor, like looking at finished products, going like, oh yeah, this shit looks good, keep fucking doing it. I've kind of come to the conclusion, I took about a year off of school for reasons, and definitely deciding what I want to do with my life was one of those reasons. I took a year off of school to kind of decide what it is that I wanted to do, and my entire life, every single hobby I've ever had, every single one of them, has been about making things. I don't care what it is, I just want to make things. I mean, shit, I'm doing motovlogs, I'm making videos for YouTube, you know? I'm actually also working on a couple of different applications for mobile platforms, so iPhone, Android, shit like that. When I was younger, I used to make animations on Flash, so I used to post shit up to Newgrounds and whatnot, you know? My most recent thing, and the thing that I believe I can be the most successful at, would be software development, whether that be for computers or for phones, because I have a lot of ideas that I would like to do on my own. So that's kind of what it is that I want to do. I just want to make stuff. I don't really care what it is. My eventual goal with this is to not actually have to be employed. I'm not saying that I don't want to work. I do want to work, because I'll get bored as hell if I don't. But what I'm saying is, I don't like the idea of being employed. I don't like the idea that somebody above you is always in charge of how high you can go in the company. Somebody above you is in charge of your success. And that's not what I want to do. I eventually want to work for myself. and be responsible for my own success and be responsible for my own life. It's one of my own personal, very deeply held beliefs. I know a lot of people who are successful while being employed, and I mean, I applaud them. It's just not for me. So I'm hoping that works out for me. That'd be nice. Man, that shit never gets old. Going back to the whole Instagram thing, I ended up posting a picture of my bike and my dad's bike in the garage, and I said, the babies. One of them was in surgery. My dad was changing the handlebars. He needed to have some higher handlebars because leaning over too much was hurting his back. So he changed the handlebars up, and I have to admit, that even just that small like inch or two increase in height really made his bike a lot more comfortable, which is making me second guess having lower handlebars. I just want to have better looking handlebars, I think, than these. I don't like chrome. I think what I'm going to get on this bike is I've kind of picked out a set of 6-inch drag bars. That's on my wish list of shit to get for this bike, and I think that's what I'm going to go with, in all honesty. I think those will look pretty sick. Get them in black. I drew up a really rough sketch of what I want this bike to look like at the end. The plan is to have it all blacked out, with the exception of the forks. Kind of thinking about getting some gold fork tubes. What do you guys think about those? Leave that shit down in the comments. And you know, I have no idea what's making me lose my voice. I didn't yell. Don't have a cold. It's just going away from me. Doesn't like me. Maybe I'm going back to puberty. I don't know. I ended up getting a new visor too. Don't know if you guys saw that or not. It's pretty as shit. I love it. It's been about a year since I've been to this place to renew titles, and I need to remember exactly where it is. I think I know where it is, but I'm not sure. Eastside Auto Licensing. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, time to get this fucking jacket off. I'm sweating my nuts off over here. I guess in this case, my titties. Man, that was a super nice DMV lady. She actually had a sense of humor. It was awesome. I walked on in, I told her I felt like Cinderella. She said, oh yeah, why is that? I said, because my car's a pumpkin, I can't use it. And she laughed. It's pretty cool. I set my giant fucking helmet down on the table, and she's like, wow, that's a big helmet. I'm like, yeah, I have a big fucking head. She's like, oh, okay. I was like, yep. Or then she got curious about the GoPro and what. She's like, oh, are you recording? I was like, no, not in here. She's like, oh, okay. What do you record? And I was just like, I record motovlogs. And she's like, I don't know what that is. I'm like, that's cool. Don't worry about it. And then there's the R8, one of the most overbought, quote, supercars, unquote, in the world. But no, that's not the new one. Never mind. Lame. Alright, let's get going, boys. Something else that I kind of wanted to talk about as well is the content on my channel. I was originally just considering just doing like a weekly video and stuff, uploading every, I don't know, I think Thursday or Friday is what I was looking at. But you know, I think I can do a whole lot more than that. And it also cuts down on me having to like have a set date for content. I don't know about you guys, but I prefer when channels release more content than when they release them on specific days, because I could really care less what day it is, because I don't have the scheduled time when I look at YouTube. I just kind of hop on. I'm like, does anyone who I care about have any new videos? No. Cool, thanks. And then I move on. I just want to see new shit. I've decided that I'm going to try, at least, to make more than one video every week, to try to just keep content coming and stuff like that. And I feel like I can do it now. And I just think that's the way that I would prefer to run my channel. Maybe over time I'll become a bit more consistent on my days, trying to figure out how all scheduling and shit like that works. But as it is right now, I essentially have Thursdays and weekends off, but I go out for rides after work. And so yeah, that's the thing. Man, I got my tabs all renewed. I'm almost back home. Need to go and apply for my new school, figure out if they'll accept me. That'd be cool. And then my car will be usable again. Man, today's a good day.